the center of the football universe, and the fact that we're making footballs right here is a big thing that I'm proud of. But at the same time, I don't want them to use them just because they're made here. I want them to use them because they're the best. Mm-hmm. And if we don't have that in place, then the other stuff doesn't matter. It's artisanship. I mean, it is as you tour the place, you see the craftsmen that are at every station, and they are really good at what they do. As a company, we're maniacal about quality, and so we don't release. If we make a football that does not meet our quality standard, we do not ship it. We don't allow it to get out the door. So everyone here has that same attention to detail, and they are looking for the same perfection at every station that leads to perfection at the end of the line. There's about 15 things that we're looking at, and there's usually about 3 things that are real important to watch. One is the depth of the pebble of the leather. We're really crazy about the leather that we select. We're discriminating. There's a bunch of leather that we don't use just because it doesn't meet the quality that we want. Of course, balance is important, that it spins. The control is very big in the game right now, so the way that the ball is gripped and the way it feels is super important.
So. We're really fortunate that they're pretty much in our backyard, just 3 hours down the road. But they're a great facility, great factory, and a bunch of great people to work with. We started using the Adidas football that was produced by the Big Game back in 2014 would have been our first season. So prior to that, we used another manufacturer. Adidas is part of our school contract. Was getting into the football realm, and really was kind of getting more of a holistic approach to athletic equipment, wanting to provide everything head to toe, and getting into the equipment business as well. And footballs are a big part of that. And so then they got in partnership with the Big Game and started producing the game ball. One of the perks that they offer doing that in the United States is that it's more of a custom experience. And so it really is that they can tailor the football specific to the quarterback's needs. So everything from the different types of leather, the feel, even down to the color, and then start to customize laces, stripes, and then the different foils, the embellishments on the side of the football as far as the logos that you can put on. So again, it's really a custom experience that's unique, but that we're very fortunate to have, again, right here down the road from us.
Yeah, it's a relationship that coaches have at different times. We've got, there's a number of affiliates. What I have been around a lot of different footballs. There's all kinds of things that basically what all I've done is deal with what our quarterbacks like and what our players like. And so Big Game has been a distributor of footballs under many different brands. Let's put it that way. And because of that, they're independent. They're able to make that ball and for a lot of different brands, and you can be consistent throughout it. And so the girth of the ball changes with guys, with hand size. Some guys like bigger ones, some like whatever. And what they provide is a number of different footballs that for different quarterbacks. And basically, there's not a lot of people out there that do that. And the service is very, very quick. You can get them really quickly, and they're consistent. That's basically what you're looking for.
For practice, we allow them to break in the new balls themselves. Hitting the ground, scuffing them up, that helps the football a lot. And so a brand new ball is not as valuable, I guess you could say, to a quarterback and in his hands than a broken in one. Almost every quarterback you can ask them is going to want a more broken in football than a brand new one. And so for practices, like I said, we allow them to do it themselves. But when it comes to game time, the day before the game, we'll allow quarterbacks to come to the equipment room, or the starter preferably, and pick his 12 to 18 footballs that he wants to use for the game. And after he decides which one, it's normally about a 30-minute process, and after he decides which ones he wants to use, we'll go through and we'll scrub them with a brush. But so that way the tackiness of the football will come out in its legal form, and the quarterback will be able to grab it and use every ball that he picked out himself. It's a very cool thing. I like to see things in the state. I think Texas is the best football state in the country, and we see that in not only the footballs but in the play of our athletes, and I think that's a really cool thing to be proud of.